company working as an intern. Today I'll be talking about lease deed. Now what is lease? According to section 105 of Transfer Property Act, the definition of lease can be understood as a transfer of right to enjoy property for a certain time or in perpetuity, in consideration for the price paid or promised, or of money or a share crop, service, or any other thing or value to be rendered periodically on a specific occasion by the lessor to the lessee. In this context, the lessor is the absolute owner of the property, which is the subject matter of the lease. Lessee is the person acquiring the rights to use and enjoy the property on the lease from the lessor. Duration is the set term for which the rights are given to use. Premium or rent is the consideration for granting the rights to use and enjoy the property can be done for one-time price paid or promised. Premium or payment of money can be done periodically or on specific occasions or interval, which is known as the rent. What are the essential stages of lease deed? First is the negotiation stage. This is the first stage where the transaction comes into place and it is given effect to the right after the lessee has identified the property suitable for his use. The parties involved shall need to discuss the various commercial aspects of the deed, such as the duration of the lease, consideration, mode of payment. The focus at this stage is more on the commercial aspect rather than the legal aspect. Second is the preliminary documentation stage. Once the commercial aspect is completed, the parties involved get into an agreement to lease, or preferably a memorandum of understanding recording the commercial aspects and the broad duties and obligations. This creates an agreement to lease or memorandum of understanding, which is placed on record, which states the intention of the parties. The next stage is title investigation or due diligence stage. The focus of this stage is to verify the lessor's title to the property or lessor's ability to demise the property by way of the lease in favor of lessee. This typically involves a thorough reading of the title deeds, verification with the government records, and issuance of public notifications for objections. At this stage, it is also necessary to see what permissions are mandatory and steps required to obtain the same. Drafting and payment of stamp duty stage. The lease can be demised by way of an agreement to lease. However, the preferred mode is not contingent and based upon the future transaction. Since the stamp duty is a state subject, it varies from state to state. Next is execution and restoration stage. This stage involves the payment of the premium by the lessor to the lessee. The parties can simultaneously exchange the consideration amount, take possession of the property. Though not mandatory, it is accepted practice for two people to record their signature on the basis of witnesses. Next is the post-restoration stage. Once the restoration of the lease deed is done and the property is in possession of the lessee, it is advisable for the various governmental and semi-governmental bodies to have jurisdiction.